From the Newstalk ZB newsroom, this is Newsfix.
In this update, small business owners are dipping into their own funds to keep their companies afloat. Prosper's latest research shows 70% of Kiwi SMEs are stressed or burnt out, believed to be in response to a tough economic situation. 85% of retailers are facing the pressure, according to the survey of 500 small and medium enterprises. Prosper Managing Director Adrian Begbie says people are using personal funds to cover their business expenses.
Retailers are really struggling because people aren't out buying.
A political scientist says the government's approach to optimising public services is backwards. North and South reports 80% of Kiwis are cutting back on spending amid economic struggles. Grant Duncan says the country was once leading in public management but has since fallen behind. He says the government needs to use the resources at its disposal rather than losing them in constant cuts.
What we should be doing, in my opinion, is reaching out to communities and to frontline workers to find out innovative ideas that they have to drive these changes.
Moves to ease the burden on survivors of abuse and care who want to access their records. The Survivor Experiences Service, they're expanding their work to help survivors understand which records exist about them, who holds them and how to get them. Executive Director Polly Martin says they can request the record on people's behalf so they don't have to interact with the organisation which harmed them.
We can help people read through and understand the information in the language of the day that's used in their records. If they wish, we can help people decide what they want to do with the information once they've received it.
And Russia continues its assault on Ukraine despite Ukrainian forces pushing deeper into the Kursk border region. A Russian missile sparked a blaze in the city of Sumy that injured 2 people and damaged cars and buildings. That's news. I'm Donna Marie Lever. To sport, the All Blacks admit to a slight bit of disappointment they didn't quite finish the demolition against Argentina. While pleased with a 42-10 rugby championship win at Eden Park after a loss the week before, coach Scott Robertson says a 35-3 first spell wasn't backed up after half-time.
I wanted to bury them in the garden. We wanted to make sure that we'd finish them off.
Meanwhile, the Springboks remain at the top of the competition ladder after pulling away in the second half for a 30-12 victory over the Wallabies in Perth. More wins for the big names in the opening round of the new season in football's English Premier League. Arsenal have cruised to a 2-0 home win over Wolves, while Liverpool have started with a hard-fought 2-0 victory to newcomers Ipswich Town. And wins for the Tigers over the Rabbitohs, Cowboys over the Raiders and Bulldogs over the Dolphins in last night's trio of NRL matches. And that's sport.
For more news, listen to Newstalk ZB live on iHeartRadio.